wholeness and love to you. This is one of my conversations, and we just want to let you know that to have your truest connection with our only one creator, some of you may call the creator God, Allah, Yahweh. You know, you have your name for what you want to call our only one creator. And so one has to understand that your heart is your direct connection to our creator. When your heart is open, when you're vulnerable, when you're free, when you're feeling really good, okay? Then when you get to your gut, you know, your belly area, your soul, you can trust how you feel. That is your guiding compass. That is what lets you know if something is off, if something is not right. Now, the minute you allow yourself to live in your head, that is when you cut your connection off to our creator, because you open yourself up to all types of people, projections, whether it is positive, negative, past, present, future. There's a lot of things going on in that mind. So meaning you will have to train yourself to be able to control your mind. Then that's when it'll be kind of safe to be in there. The mind is where your ego, and there's good parts to the ego, and there's parts of the ego that is not going to help you. There's a difference between your higher self and your lower self. And oftentimes, if you are someone who is swimming in fears, doubts, worries, angers, pain, stress, shame, all of those things is the lower part of your ego. Nothing good will ever come from you if you are allowing yourself to be taken over by those negative emotions. Those negative emotions does not come from our creator. So if you are someone who says you believe in our creator, and you praying, and you someone that's sitting here in fears, worries, doubts, judgments, complaints, and things of that nature, you are not praying or talking to or listening to our creator. Because if you are, then you will have confidence. You will know that you are fully supported and backed up no matter what the circumstances are. You will recognize that if you are not living a fulfilled life, it has nothing to do with our creator. It has everything to do with you and the choices and the decisions that you've made. It has everything to do with the fact that you have chosen to ignore the red flags. You gave excuses time after time after time to try to make it seem like whatever it was that you chose to be in that was not for your highest and greatest good. You were all up in your head and want to play all these stories as to why you should stick around a bit longer. So all of these are just signs of your heart being closed, which is why a lot of people choose not to forgive. And the minute that you choose to not forgive anyone or anything and also forget it, you're going to continue to be dead. You're going to continue to repeat cycles. You're going to not move forward. You know, it's just one of those things where you want to build your courage to just do something completely different. You want to think differently. You want to move differently. You just want to just brush off all of the conditionings and the programmings that you have dealt with for so long. If you keep telling yourself it's hard, it's going to be hard. If you tell yourself it's going to be easy, it's going to be easy. I'm going to share a story about this woman who was walking home at nighttime by herself. At least she thought she was by herself, but again, one needs to recognize that our angels, our spirit team, and our spirit guides are always around us. There's always unseen help and seen help, because you'll be surprised who be looking out, who be watching, because oftentimes where there's like an accident or something like that, there's always someone that pulls over on the side of the road to call, or there's someone that will come and check to make sure you're okay. Those are your angels. Those are good people that will send to you in the physical to help you. And then I'm going to give you a story of the unseen world helping. The lady was walking home alone by herself, and she heard something. So it's like she can tell that somebody was out there, and she just kept going because she had faith. She trusted in our Creator, and she just kept going, and she made it home safely because she knew that there was nothing to fear, that she's protected. And so about maybe an hour or so later, she looks out her window and she noticed some sirens, or the police was outside. And oddly enough, she went out to see what was going on, and there was another young lady that was walking the same path that she walked, but she ended up getting assaulted by whatever that was outside. And the lady was very curious, also courageous. That's someone who's strong with willpower. And she had the opportunity to see the person who assaulted the woman, and was like, I walked the same path that she did. Why didn't you come for me? And he said, because you had two big men walking beside you. Look at that. And it's because she didn't give into fear. You don't give into fear. You don't talk down about yourself. Those are not your thoughts. Those are not your feelings. Those are things that are projected onto you. There is nothing that you have to be guilty or shamed about. We all make mistakes in life. Do not hold yourself down because of mistakes you've made. You want to learn from those mistakes, and you don't want to continue to do the same thing that is not giving you the results that is for your highest and greatest good. So you want to be gentle with yourself. You want to do something different. All right. Now, if you is someone that keep on making the same mistake, then that's just you choosing to not become a better person. Again, so it's down to your choice. You're choosing to close yourself off from our Creator, and you're choosing to not be a good person. So when you choose to live your life without following our only one Creator, then that is why you start having experiences that is not for your highest and greatest good. That's why you begin to attract things that is not good for you, because at this point you're not listening to our Creator. You're not following our Creator. You're following the lower vibrations, the lower frequencies, the inorganic ones, keeping yourself in a prison, blocking all of your blessings. Then you start feeling like you're not deserving and all these other things. So this is just to say that if you really want to change your life, you're going to have to start believing in yourself. You're going to have to start trusting in our Creator, and really trusting in our Creator by dissolving and releasing all fears, worries, doubts, shame, guilt, all of those negative things. You're going to want to balance your ego. Tell your ego to sit down and trust the light. Tell your ego self to get in alignment with your higher self. Tell your ego selves to work with the light so that you can live the life that you was truly destined and to live. It could start right now. All you have to do is start being present every single day. It's a new day. And celebrate every baby step forward. It is time. It is time to stop looking at all the negative stuff that is being projected out here, because you have to understand that the inorganic ones want to keep you in a state of fear. Because when you're in that state of fear, worry, doubt, that is how they can control you. That is how they know that you will never be able to recognize your true power, your true potential. It is not, nothing is hard. It's hard because you say it's hard. You know, no matter what the circumstance is, you have to speak it in a different way. If you want to attract love, you know, you have to make sure you're ready for love. You want to make sure that you are loving yourself. You looking at yourself like, I'm beautiful. I am enough. I am worthy. I am smart. I am wise. I am worthy. And you say those things to yourself, and then you have to believe it. You can't just say it and not believe it, because then that becomes an imbalance. You have to be in alignment. You want to raise your vibrations and your frequency so you can attract high vibing situations and people into your life. You have to go to the places where high vibing people go. You want to do things that is high vibing. You want to watch and listen to things that are high vibing. This is a thing, okay? You don't want to be around people who is low vibing, judgmental, complaining, because they are going to keep you stuck and stagnant. It is going to continue to create separation, and you will not live a fulfilling life. So you have the choice. Are you going to continue to swim in darkness? Are you going to continue to force and control things and continue to live an unfulfilling life? Or are you going to choose to let go, trust, and surrender to what is? Just flow with everything. Take each day, day by day, moment by moment. Have a positive outlook on life. And just know that it will work out somehow, some way. That you will not allow yourself to be triggered and tested by these lower forces. You will stand your ground. You're not going to allow yourself to be triggered if somebody cuts you off, or somebody jump on their brakes in front of you, or if somebody call you, out of your name and things like that. Because you have to recognize you're a mirror. Just like that day when I was driving and I was going the wrong way and I needed to make a U-turn, and that man called me an a-hole. I couldn't take that personally, because I know that that's not what I was. Obviously, if you really think about it in a mirror sense, he was the a-hole. So he wasn't doing nothing but talking about himself. None of that energy went to me, because I wasn't the one that was driving 50 miles per hour on a 25-mile limit area. You know, it's called have patience. And the street was big enough for that person to go around. So you have to really just take your time. You know, I'm hearing that song, baby, we can do it. Take your time, do it right. We can do it, baby. Just take your time. Slow and steady wins the race. It is never too late. You are right on time. You are exactly where you need to be. And now you have a choice to make. What are you going to choose? The higher road, or the self-imposed prison, the concrete jungle, being controlled by the inorganic ones, where you won't be able to ever be free? Choose love. Love always wins. Wholeness and infinite love to you always.